An apologetic Premier has backed down on several controversial policies as the government tries to arrest a disastrous slide in the polls. Labor's resounding win in the Stafford by-election has jolted the LNP into action. Here's state political reporter Chris O'Brien.
Surrounded by ministers and sounding contrite.
I just want to say I'm sorry today if we've done things that have upset people.
After the 17.2% swing 5 months ago in Redcliffe, the Premier promised to listen, but not much changed. After the 18.6% swing in Stafford, a lot will change. The chairman of the Crime and Corruption Commission will be a bipartisan appointment.
So we'll restore the situation as it has been in the past.
There'll be no more pink jumpsuits or segregation for bikies in jail.
And we'll be reversing those policy decisions.
And never again for simultaneous estimates hearings.
We will reverse that process.
That's not all. The Premier and the Attorney-General will try to repair their relationship with the judiciary.
And really mend some fences.
It's a dramatic bid to recover ground for next year's election. Unions say it's too little too late, but business says the government has runs on the board.
The LNP before the next state election will need to dramatically improve getting the message out on all those good things that they are doing for the economy.
But it's hard to predict what voters will do after abandoning Labor in 2012 and now punishing the LNP with record swings. These are strange days with the pendulum swinging wildly from one new extreme to another. But still, the LNP's not budging on one of its most contentious policies, asset sales. If re-elected, the government will go ahead with its privatisation program. The opposition, meanwhile, also has a tough job ahead, even with another MP on the team.
And Labor will be there all the time, listening and making sure that we develop the right policies in the lead up to the next election.
It seems now that everyone is listening.
Yes, we've made some mistakes which we've acknowledged today, and I'm apologising for it, and we're moving on. Thanks very much.
Well, for more on those policy reversals, Chris O'Brien joins me now. So, Chris, will there be any more backdowns?
The Premier hasn't ruled that out, Karina, and after all, as he himself says, with 10 years of reform in 2 years, there's plenty of room for other changes if he wants to, although he does believe the government has done plenty of good as well. He has ruled out for the time being a cabinet reshuffle, but the very telling factor today was that contrite demeanour of the Premier's, a very interesting development.
And what are LNP insiders saying about that Stafford result, Chris?
Yeah, they're saying it's not just about the government's performance overall, but about the campaign itself. They are criticising some tactics, for example, attacking Labor's candidate Anthony Lynham for his plans to remain credentialed as a doctor and for his localness. Instead, LNP insiders are saying the campaign should have been more positive about the government's achievements. So that's an interesting comment coming from inside the LNP camp as well.